I went to the library, to the little table in the corner where I'd dug in and made a space for myself. I moved my coffee cup aside. I'd given the housekeeping staff strict instructions not to wash it, ever, much to Neil's chagrin. My evening swim with Emma had given me comfort and someone to talk to, but I couldn't tell her everything. Her father was seriously ill. She didn't want to hear me talk about my fears of losing him, and I shouldn't burden her with them anyway. Being the partner of someone fighting a possibly terminal illness was incredibly isolating. I stared at the screen. Maybe I was going about the writing thing all wrong. I'd been so concerned with numbers and figures, trying to fit my and Neil's experiences in around those statistics. I needed to narrow my focus. Everyone knew what cancer was already. What they probably didn't know was what we were living. Drumming my fingers lightly over the keys, I considered an opening line. My boyfriend might be dying. No, I wasn't going to lead with that. Neil might be the one who had cancer, but I wasn't writing about him. I should write about what it was like to be in a relationship that had cancer. I deleted the opening line and started again. Even when I'm with my boyfriend, we're never alone. We always have cancer with us. When we get up in the morning, it's either to take a pain pill or make an appointment. When we go to bed at night, cancer is between us like an uncomfortable, saggy spot in the mattress, if we sleep together at all. I read and reread what I'd written before continuing. When Neil and I started dating, I had no idea he was sick. It's not the type of thing you tell someone on a first date. His cancer, chronic myelogenous leukemia, can be managed for years without chemotherapy. It just happened to pick 2 months into our relationship to demand more attention. My boyfriend has spent more time in a relationship with cancer than he has with me. I stopped. I almost closed my laptop. This was far more personal than I had planned on getting, and it was painful. I didn't want to think about this stuff. When I had to deal with the reality of it. Shut it down, Scaife, I told myself. I was either going to end up crying or binge-eating by the time I was done. Would whatever I wrote be worth putting myself through the emotional pain? I hadn't been so great at avoiding emotional pain so far, I reasoned, and it wasn't like emotional pain was necessarily a bad thing. Maybe I'd been trying too hard to take everything in stride when I really needed more cathartic meltdowns. Cathartic meltdowns that Neil does not see, I warned myself. I hadn't wanted to argue with him tonight,